Hi everyone, welcome back to PMP Question Practice Time, a great way to prepare for your PMP exam. We'll go through 5 questions. I'll go through them for the first time as well, and we'll solve them together. This is a great way to start your morning as you prepare to pass the PMP exam. Let's look at the first question. Question 1, you're in the process of creating the scope baseline of your project and have broken the high-level features into assignable work packages. What will you do next? Okay, so this is our work breakdown structure. I think we're looking at work packages. So we've broken them down to the most to the workable level, basically. So are we creating a schedule network diagram? No, that's definitely further down the track. I probably wouldn't go there yet. Create an activity list of activities needed to complete the work packages. Possible. We could go there. We could start looking at that. That's into schedule. We're looking into schedule next. Which does come after the scope, so work breakdown structure. Let's leave that one for now. Assign the work packages to people on a first come, first served basis. Not that one, that's more into resource management and executing our project, where it looks like we're still planning our project here. And then create the work breakdown structure dictionary, okay, and assign each activity a unique identifier, acceptance criteria, and milestones. That's probably the very next step that we're going to take. Now, sure, we might need to create an activity list, down the track, but actually the next best thing that we're going to do is answer D. Let's go with that one for now. Answer D. The scope baseline includes the scope statement, work packages, work breakdown structure and work breakdown structure dictionary, and a high-level planning package. Okay. Activities, schedule network diagrams are done as part of the schedule, and assigning the work is done during project execution. Excellent. That's question 1. How did you go? Let's look at question 2. Your project is about 3/4 done when the site engineer reports that due to inherent complexities, a certain deliverable will be delayed as they work through the solution. Okay, this is great. And this is kind of the way that they'll say these questions on the PMP exam. They're really scenarios, and it's what will you do in this situation? I actually found it quite daunting when I went through it myself, but it's really good to know. So he makes a request of this new work to be added to the scope and schedule of the project. Okay. You work with the engineer to analyze the impact of this change to cost and write up a change request. Well, this is great. I mean, they're doing everything that we want to do for approval from the change control board. They have approved the change. Okay, great. Wow. I mean, is there anything left for us to do here? What will we do next? Gosh, okay, this is going to be hard. Start work immediately. You shouldn't delay any further. Well, they've approved the change. I mean, maybe that one. Determine the impact of this change to scope, schedule, and cost before making any change. We've already done that, so we've already determined the impact. We usually do that before doing a change request and having that approved because they need to know the impact to the project. So let's not go with that one for now. Perform quality assurance on the change so it doesn't happen again. I mean, maybe like bring it up in a retrospective or something, but I probably wouldn't phrase it like that. I'm not going to go with that one for now. Before implementing the change, update the scope and schedule baseline and note the approved change in the change log. That's definitely the one. We definitely want to put that in the change log because it's been approved. That's our document update. And then we do want to adjust the baselined documents as well, which happens once the change has been approved. So we look at the impact before the change request, but once it's been approved, then we need to update those baselined documents to schedule and cost because now, obviously it's going to impact our schedule and cost for our project, and it's all locked in, it's all approved. So let's go with answer D. That's definitely the one. I'm pretty confident of this. Answer D. Approved change requests are noted in the change log. Excellent. As the change has been approved, you should always update the baseline before implementing the change. You've already analyzed the impact before making the change request. Great. This was a good one. So excellent. That's question 2. How did you go? Let's look at question 3. You're in reviewing the defect list with your project team and have found that many of the issues could have been prevented by using a simple code review checklist. Okay, so prevention, we're preventing something. Maybe you prepare a code review checklist and ensure that the code is reviewed as per the checklist. This is called, preventative action. Yeah, so I mean, we're preventing this from happening in the future. Corrective action. Well, we're correcting. Are we? Yeah, it was a defect list, so it actually happened. So something has happened and that was our defect. So we're actually correcting that and making a correction to future things as well. So it could be either of these actually. This is going to be a tricky one. Defect repair is not really the phrase that we use. Quality control, maybe broadly, but probably not the best, most honed in one either. Preventative, I'm probably going to go with preventative action for this one. Let's go with answer A for now. Answer B, there we go. Oh, we got it wrong. Corrective action is preceded by non-conformance. So corrective action, if we're correcting, it means something has gone wrong. So that is what we're doing. So we get a defect. This is really good to know actually, isn't it? So defect, then we need to do corrective action. And so that's extremely important. But a preventative action happens before, that is taken before a defect occurs. So that's really, really good to know. I still think, it could have gone either way on that one, but let's go, the answer B is a good one, and that's really good for us to know. That's question 3. How did you go? Maybe you got it right. That's probably good. We've got 2 to go. Question 4. Your team is performing quality inspection and testing of the product, and some defects have been raised. Because they are small, the quality manager just wants to fix them immediately and keep quality testing. She doesn't want to have to make extra paperwork. And who really does want to make extra paperwork? I mean, come on. Although it is a big part of your project, it really is something that you do sort of need to get used to. Okay, so what will we do next? Okay, so we have defects, but we don't want paperwork. Okay, let's see what options we have here. Ask your quality manager to fix the defects quickly and move on so there's no delay. I mean, that sounds nice, but then what happens to the information in our project? How do we put that into the lessons learned register? How do we adjust the schedule or cost if we need to, if there's extra work that needs to be done? So probably not the best option there. Ask your quality manager to calculate the adjustments to schedule and cost and update the project management plan. Not really the quality manager's job. It's the project manager's job to update the project management plan and even to calculate those adjustments to schedule and cost. So probably let's not go with that one yet either. Analyze the impact to cost and schedule. Okay. And then ask your quality manager to raise a change request for the change to the product. That's very promising. I like the sound of that one so far. Remove the items from the project. Okay, if they are no longer in scope, then no paperwork is needed. Oh, now that's a great solution. I love that one. Could we just choose that one maybe? But no, in all seriousness, definitely not removing the scope just to appease the quality manager. Okay, so let's not do that one for now. I think, what do we got? Out of all of those, C is probably our best one. We're analyzing the impact to cost and schedule as we should, and then anyone can raise a change request. So that's what our quality manager is going to do. Let's go with answer C. Answer C, fantastic. Any changes including defects? And this is good to know as well, because defects actually count. If they're raised, need to be raised as a change request, because we're ultimately making a change to what has been delivered. So that's very important to know. Any to baselined items in scope, schedule, cost, or quality need to undergo change control. Change control doesn't need to be big, so this is important too. It can be an email, it can be a conversation, or whatever is accepted in the change management plan. That's where we're going to go to, what does our change management plan say? What is the process for change control? That was a great one. How did you go? We're on our last question and you're doing great. Question 5, you're a project manager working closely with the customers of the project. Excellent work. During one conversation, a key customer executive mentioned they will need a particular feature not mentioned in the project scope statement. Okay, and of course, this definitely happens. This happens quite a lot because people change their mind, or they see something and then they feel like that it's not what they wanted once that they can see, feel, and touch it. So this is the kind of thing that we really need to know and be aware of. So what should we do next? And again, it's a scenario question, really similar to the PMP exam. So this is good stuff. Let's have a look and see what we've got. Explain the change procedure and ask them to submit a request for change. That seems pretty promising to me. And a lot of change requests in this one, isn't it? This is pretty good fun. Add the additional requirements to the project management plan. The customer is most important. We still need to go through the proper processes, so not that one. Go ahead and create the main features and then see if the customer still wants the extra feature when they see it. We're just creating the main features and then see if they still want it later on. Oh, not the best approach there. It's not really direct or collaborative. Yeah, probably not going to go with that one. Discuss the feature with the other customer representatives to see if they change their mind. Again, really not the best approach, and doesn't touch on any of the project management tools or documents or processes that we really need to be working with. So I think not that one either. That just leaves us with answer A as probably the best one. So, and it revolves around the change procedure, which is very positive. So I think we're going to go with answer A. Answer A, excellent. Changes to project scope, schedule, cost, and quality need to go through the change management process as outlined in the change management plan. Anyone can raise a change request who is a part of your project, of course, and then it goes through that change control process, and either is approved or declined. And that's a wonderful thing to know. And that's also a wonderful end to these 5 questions. I hope you did well, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you keep practicing every day and keep studying every day, I know that you absolutely can pass the PMP exam. I truly, truly believe that you can do it. I'll see you in the next videos, and bye for now.